Hello class, welcome to the end of the second week of Unit 8. Can you believe that we are almost done? It has been a tremendous amount of learning and you've done really a great job and very impressed. So thanks for your continued commitment. I'm going to have your grades updated hopefully this weekend so you know with plenty of advanced warning where you stand as far as your final projects go. But I wanted just to touch on a couple of things as far as those final assignments go, okay? So I'm actually going to... So next week, I'll post another thing, but I've gotten some questions about these final assignments, so I thought that I would respond to them by way of video rather than typing out a long email. So where are you going to submit these final assignments has been a question that many of you have asked. Before I get there, I want to talk to you about your best approach in recording your video, okay? So I operate on a MacBook Air. Okay, so my world is Mac. So I'm both a fan, but also an avid user of Apple products. Unfortunately, I haven't used a PC for the last 17 years or so. So as far as recording videos and things of that nature, I may not be as helpful to you in that arena if that's the route you're going, if that's the computer that you're using. But what I want to do is I want to share a couple of different things with you from my reference on the Apple side of things as well as from a mobile phone or even a tablet option, okay? Because really what I'm looking for you to do is I want you, whether it's through using, what's the program, using Photo Booth if you have an Apple computer, or using, if you have your iPhone and just recording the video, turning the thing and just kind of holding it like doing a selfie type thing with your video, or having somebody record it for you. Ultimately, where you record the video doesn't matter, okay? Or how you record the video doesn't matter. What I need you to do is get it so you can upload it to YouTube, okay? So YouTube changed its policies a while ago, and they no longer are allowing folks to upload directly or create videos directly in YouTube. You used to be able to record using your webcam on your computer. You could just record the video and then upload it straight to YouTube. That's no longer an option. So you have to use some third-party type program. So for me, I use Photo Booth all the time. Sometimes I use a program called Camtasia, which really, unless you use it for work, wouldn't have any reason to have that for purposes of school. But, again, you can record a video on your phone. You can upload it to YouTube in lots of different ways like that, okay? So ultimately, you need to get your video to YouTube, okay? And there's a couple of different ways that I want to talk about that you can save or at least have your settings saved for purposes of viewing, okay? So you're going to be given an option as far as how you want the video classified, okay? What sort of category do you want it classified under? So for me, obviously, because we are in education, I have to change my category every time I do a video to education. For some reason, it defaults to entertainment, which is not the purpose that I'm recording these videos for. Well, you'll notice that when you save it, there's three options of how it can be saved. Okay, there's one that can be public, one that can be unlisted, and one that can be private. Okay, so for purposes of our films that you'll be recording, our videos, our short 10-minute videos that you're recording, please don't save it as private, okay? Only because, here's the deal, if you do, and you forget to give me the password, it delays my ability to view it, okay? So there's two things that you'll be doing here. You'll either be saving it as public, so if you don't care who sees it, if you don't care it's posted to YouTube for anybody and everybody to view, that's fine. But what I would encourage you to do is post it to unlisted, okay? And I'll tell you how to do that here in a second. So you're going to save your video to unlisted. And again, however you can get the video to YouTube, I know it's going to vary per person. If I can offer advice, support, help, if you are using a PC and you have questions on that, I can potentially talk to that. But really my expertise is on Apple products, okay? And there's other people I can point you in the direction on campus that could help you as well. But I would assume that probably you make videos every now and again, whether it's with your phone or something like that. So most of your, if not all of your phone programs will allow you with pretty much an easy upload to YouTube in and of itself, okay? So I'm going to talk primarily about once you get to YouTube, okay? So once you get to YouTube, there's a couple things that you're going to want to do, okay? And again, I'm going to just encourage you to get on there and mess around with it, but really what you're focused on is getting it to be unlisted. So if you were to save your video, just upload it to YouTube. Don't worry about how it got there for this moment anyway. You upload to YouTube, you get your video up there, and you come to your home page, okay? And it's going to show up on your home. So right under home on the top left-hand corner, you will see another option that says My Channel, okay? So maybe you want to get on YouTube right now, even as you're watching this video, so you can see this. So you're going to click on My Channel, and once you click on that, it's going to take you to your channel. So you'll see whatever videos that you last recorded and uploaded. So for purposes of what you're doing here, you may only have one video, okay? But you should see that there's at least that one video that you just uploaded, which is the one that you're doing for this class, okay? So it takes a while to fully process. So I would, once you upload it to YouTube, it takes a number of minutes depending on the upload speed for it to fully be processed so that it can be actually viewed on the other end of the video spectrum, okay? So once it's there, you're going to go to the top of the page and you'll see a couple things. You'll see if there's any subscribers. You'll see the number of views, and then the third option toward the right says Video Manager. So you'll click on Video Manager, and then it's going to show you in a different way all of the videos that you have recorded, okay? So you've got your different videos now. So for me, the one that I'm going to want to edit is the same one that you're going to want to edit. It's the last one. So you're going to click on, underneath the video title has the date, and then there's an option to say Edit, and then click on the little drop-down menu, and you're going to want to edit, under the drop-down menu, Info and Settings. Okay, so click on Info and Settings, and then it'll show you the main video on the left in a bigger screen, and then you'll have a number of thumbnails on the right-hand side. Okay, so all of this is it's fine and dandy. The information is great. You can edit the basic info, like the title. You can edit the description. You can even do a tag in there if you want to tag it for someone to find later on the internet, but I wouldn't probably encourage you to mess with any of those. The most important thing that you're looking at here is on the right-hand side, there's a drop-down menu that your when you get in there, initially your video is likely going to either say public or private, okay? But I'm requesting that you save your video as unlisted, okay? So click on that little drop-down menu, click on unlisted, and then you'll hit it to save changes, and now your video is listed as unlisted, okay? So public means that anybody can see it, okay? Private means that only those that you have invited and given permission to view can see it. Okay, that would mean that you have to have their email address, and it's the same email address they're using to log into YouTube that they can view your video under. Unlisted means that it can only be viewed if somebody has the URL. Okay, so the only way that I could view your unlisted video is if you were to share the URL with me. All right, so that's really important because when you're in this version or this screen where you're editing your info and settings, you now have changed your settings to unlisted. If you go kind of up and to the right a little bit from that unlisted drop-down menu, you will then see where it says video URL. You're going to click on that, copy it, and then you can get out of that screen or just go to Sakai. And you will see in Sakai, under assignments, 2 different final assignment sections to submit. Okay? The first one will be for your intake questionnaire, okay, and your survey that you'll be doing in relation to Leslie. And the second assignment that you'll be submitting is your final video with handout, okay? So when you get into the final video with handout, you're going to upload your final video handout, right? So it's going to be a document. You're going to upload that document. And then in the submission of assignments, where you are actually uploading the document, you will see a section to put comments. It's in that section that I want you to put the URL of your video, okay? I also am going to ask that you put the URL of your video on the handout, okay? So make sure your name is on there and you have the URL for your video on the handout itself, okay? So that way I can find your URL in multiple locations, all right? So it's really important that you upload the document, the 2-page handout, the 1 to 2-page handout into Sakai, and you include the URL both in the comment section and in the handout itself, all right? So that's, many people have been asking where you're going to submit the assignments. That's where you're going to submit them, okay? And I'm asking that you share your videos as a YouTube video for multiple reasons. One of them is it's much easier to share as a YouTube video than it is as a an MP4 or a QuickTime video. If you share it as a YouTube, all you have to do is give me the link, and you don't have to actually download any information other than the video itself into YouTube, and then you give me the URL. Okay. Some of you, and I'm going to make this as an option. You don't have to do this, but if you'd like to, some of you may want to share your video with the rest of the class. Okay, so I will put in the forums section in Sakai, a section probably toward the top, where if you would like, you can share your video with the class, and they can watch kind of your final remarks. Again, you don't have to do this, but if for some reason you feel like, I learned a lot, and I really want to make sure that I can communicate this to the rest of the class, then you're welcome to do that, and you'll see that's clearly noted. I'll probably put final video sharing section or something like that. You'll notice it. And there's a couple of different ways that you can upload your your video into that section. One of them is just give me the URL. There's actually a more technical way where you can actually upload the video in full itself. You can embed it into Sakai, and I'll put the very quick specific instructions on how to do that in the body of that forum section itself. Okay, so that's it. So you're going to submit both those final assignments no later than next week, the end of the last week of the semester, and then I'll have grades updated where we stand right now by the end of this weekend, so you know where you are as you kind of go into that final assignment, and then I'll get your final assignments graded as quickly as possible so you can have your final grades prior to the Christmas break. So if you have any questions, please let me know if I can help. Any concerns, let me know what I can speak to. If you're just kind of not sure what it is that I'm asking for you to do in the assignments, let's talk about that too. It's been a tremendous semester of learning. You have covered a lot of ground, and I just count it as such a privilege and honor to have been able to work with you and really learn from you and read the things that you're sharing and see how it is that you're kind of learning to understand this content. What you're coming to conclusions about, what you're enjoying, what you're saying, I don't really think I would spend a whole lot of time focused on that. Whatever it is, it's really been a great experience. So the other thing I'll mention too is if I can help in any way, if you have questions about kind of what's next or how do you utilize this, let me know. I'd love to help. As it seems to always be the case, I get, maybe after every semester, every academic year, I get somebody who's been referred to me for career coaching from a student in the class. So I would just say, if you have folks that that are looking for some help, point them in my direction. I'd be happy to help. One of my greatest joys in life is to help people to figure out their vocational identity and what it is that they really feel like they're called to do, and walk them through a process of career development. So this class is incredibly important. I would strongly encourage you to hold on to your books. I would strongly encourage you to, reflect back on the videos. You'll have access to this class in your Sakai account for quite some time, as long as you have a student account. And even some of the videos that you watch, if you don't know how long you'll have access, I would encourage you to save them to your computer and just go back to them every now and again and share them with friends. The books themselves, there's multiple other books that you could have chosen for that vocation and calling assignment. I would encourage you to check out some of those other books, or maybe even some of the recommended reading texts that are included in the syllabus. This topic is so important to our world, and I can't think of a better group of students to be equipped with this knowledge base than those that are pursuing the helping profession of marriage and family therapy, to go in and work with individuals to help them lead lives that are flourishing and are long-term sustainable and have great well-being. So I appreciate all of your efforts. I appreciate your willingness to engage and to learn. If I can, again, be of help in any way in the future, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll post one last video next week as we kind of ride off into the sunset, and then I look forward to our continued relationship and conversations that I'm sure will take place even after this class is over. Hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy this last week of learning, and we will make sure to see you online in the days ahead.